Problem is that most moms think that a clean house is all about discipline. Like some magical ability to force yourself to clean while the kids are going crazy, you're completely exhausted, the work notifications are blowing up, and there's a toddler yelling your name every 3 seconds. But let me tell you, that is not discipline, that is survival mode. And continuing to live in that state is not required. I'm going to break down exactly what it takes to have a consistently clean house, and it has absolutely nothing to do with willpower and has everything to do with the way that your home is designed to support you. When I became a mom at 19 years old and then again at 20, I was in over my head. Not a single system, routine, cleaning schedule was in sight, and nobody ever told me that that was important. I remember waking up and just looking around my house and just asking, man, why can I not be more disciplined? It's not that I was lazy. Honestly, I was probably working harder than I had ever been working in my entire life. And I settled into the routine of a hot mess mom for many, many years until I realized that discipline is not a personality trait, it's a home design strategy. So in today's video, this is where we're going to begin. We are going to ask, where is the friction and how can we remove it? So as a former hot mess mom who now has her life mostly all together, we're going to cover 6 simple strategies that you can implement starting today to become addicted to having a clean house. The very first thing that you're going to do, and I don't want to see any eye rolls, is create a plan to declutter. I'm not talking about taking 6 months, a year to declutter your entire house. I'm talking taking the next 30 days to strategically map out your entire house and declutter for 30 minutes per day every single day. What I did in the beginning of 2025 is I created a 30-day decluttering challenge for myself, and I divided my home into 30 different areas. And what I did is for 30 minutes every single day, I decluttered that one area. When 30 minutes was up, I was done. This is not to create some large all-day project for you. This is to take bite-sized pieces and start getting rid of the stuff in your home that is causing you clutter. This is a very simple strategy, but this is not where it ends. A lot of people make the mistake of decluttering and stopping there. Going on to the second strategy that you're going to implement after a 30-day strategic declutter is you're going to come up with what I like to call a loop routine. A loop routine is a set of habits that you do once in the morning and once at night. And you're going to do a strategy of you creating a habit or a loop that you do every single morning when you wake up as soon as your feet hit the ground, and also a loop routine that you do every single evening before your feet hit your bed. My loop routine consists of 3 basic things in the morning. When I wake up, I will make my bed, I will walk downstairs to unload my dishwasher, and then I will also load in 1 load of laundry to get laundry going for the day. That's it. If nothing else happened that day and that's all I was able to accomplish, my morning loop at least was done. The dishes are unloaded and the dishwasher is ready for dirty dishes. The laundry has been started, so it makes it all that much easier to just toss it into the dryer. And also my bed is made, which makes for a really great start to the day. And for my evening loop, all I do is I make sure that I clean my kitchen and I load up my dishwasher, so that in the event that the day completely got away from me, I at least accomplished my morning loop and my evening loop. Once you're comfortable with a morning loop and an evening loop, and you start to kind of build that system, build that routine, you are going to introduce the concept of zone cleaning in your house. Now, I know there are so many videos and information about zone cleaning. Again, you may roll your eyes. I've tried this before. Hear me out. This is how I like to do my zone cleaning, and it is completely different and has changed the way that I clean my house. I schedule in my mess up days or my skip days or didn't feel like cleaning days into my weekly zone clean. I started by breaking my house into 6 different sections, 1 for every day except for Sunday, as that's a rest day in our home. And the way that I like to do it is I don't make my zone cleaning task specific, I make it room specific. So what that means is on my cleaning checklist, I don't have things like clean floors, clean counters, beds, sheets, or things like that. I don't like to do that because what I notice happens is that you will be busy checking off random tasks throughout the day that you're busy with, but when it comes down to one singular space being completely clean in your house, it just doesn't happen. So what I like to do is I like to make my zone cleaning space specific. So on Mondays, because I don't clean on Sundays and we usually have church and events and family and just things going on, I like to leave Mondays for a home reset, meaning that I will take 30 to 45 minutes, that's it, and just run around my house and reset spaces to livable condition. I pick up things up off the floor, I make sure that things are kind of put away where they need to be, but I don't go and grab a scrub brush, this is not a deep cleaning day. This is like if I missed 1 day, 2, 3 days, in a row, this gives me a chance to reboot, reset, and kind of start fresh for the week. On Tuesday, I specifically have that I deep clean my kitchen. And what that means is, again, I set a 30-minute timer, and whatever I can accomplish in 30 minutes, great. If I have more time, want to do more, or I have the energy, I will go ahead and pick a deep clean task for my zone cleaning schedule. Whether it's a refrigerator clean out that day, maybe I'm wiping down cabinets, whatever deep clean task I choose to do. But if I don't want to do the deep clean task, or maybe I don't have the energy for it that day, I will simply just stick with a basic cleaning the kitchen for 30 minutes until it is nice and kept up with. On Wednesdays, I do the same thing for bathrooms. I run around all 3 bathrooms and I will make sure that all surfaces are clean, toilets are wiped down, mirrors, bathtubs, if I have the time for it. Again, if I have time in those 30-45 minutes to go ahead and do some deep cleans, I will, but it's not something that's mandatory. And it's on my schedule, and I know that, hey, on Wednesdays, I'm getting to the bathrooms. They're going to get cleaned. On Thursdays, I do the same thing with all of our bedrooms. My kids are responsible for upkeeping their bedrooms, but I do go in there to do a nice, thorough, deep clean. Friday, I will go and do the living room and the loft area. On Saturday, that's another catch-up day. So let's say on Monday, we did good, we did our zone clean. Tuesday, we did great, we did our zone clean. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday came and life just got derailed. I know that come Saturday, I have another chance in my zone cleaning schedule to go ahead and catch up. So because I've built in all of those catch-up days, I have 2 catch-up days per week, and because I know that they're there, that relieves so much of my pressure from me trying to make sure that every single day I stick to my zone cleaning schedule. And while we are talking about systems that make my life so much easier, I have to show you something that has been a complete game changer for my health routine. This portion of the video is kindly sponsored by Hume Health and their Body Pod. And no, this is not a smart scale. This is a full body analyzer similar to a DEXA scan. I have been using it for a couple of weeks now, and I wanted to show you guys today's scan. This is the measure screen, and I love that the humanoid design screen shows me an entire picture of my body, not just a number on the scale. It breaks down my entire body, my legs, my torso, my arms. I get to see all of that together as a whole picture. I get to see my body fat percentage, my muscle mass. So I'm not just staring at a number on a scale, I get to see a whole picture. And instead of only tracking my weight, I have been paying attention to 2 things: my muscle mass and my body fat percentage. And it's great to see why my weight might be staying the same, even though maybe I'm exercising, I'm eating right. I get to see the proportion and the distribution of the muscle mass, but also I love that I can see my body fat percentage trending down. And that is way more motivating than just seeing my weight on a scale. And I also love that the AI that's paired with this also gives me daily insights, so I know what to work on to better my health. And as of right now, if you're watching this, Hume Health is doing a huge Black Friday promo, and my stackable code gets you up to 50% off, which is an incredible deal. Plus, if you're in the US, it's also HSA and FSA eligible. The link to the Body Pod, as well as my discount code to get you the best price possible right now, is going to be in my description box down below, so make sure that you do not miss that. Okay, now once you have your loop system, your zone cleaning system, the next thing that has completely transformed the way that my house operates and why it's consistently clean is creating the concept of a capsule kitchen and laundry on autopilot. I created a concept of a capsule kitchen that has completely changed the way that I cook, that I meal plan, and just clean in the kitchen as well. I will set aside 1 day, either once a week or once every 2 weeks, depending on the previous week and how much food was used. And I will spend about 2 hours just prepping my capsule kitchen. So a capsule kitchen is basically a list of ingredients that are fresh as well as pantry that I have on hand at all times, no matter what. It's just staple ingredients that I have all of the time. So for my capsule kitchen fresh items, I always have onions, carrots, potatoes, milk, meat. So those are the things that I will always have no matter what. And so as the week goes on, I don't necessarily have to think ahead of what to prepare. I will just throw in a protein, which is like my foundational base. I will add in whatever vegetables I have, any fruits, grains, starches, things like that. I always have the same exact things stocked in my kitchen, and then once a week I will switch out my proteins, and I will also add in different types of vegetables throughout the week, and then different types of fruits that I want to add in. But the goal of having a capsule kitchen is to have 80% of any meal that you may potentially want to make stocked at all times. But the other huge thing that it has helped me with is keeping my kitchen clean. Whereas before I would have to chop onions every single night, peel garlic every single night, peel potatoes, I don't do any of that anymore. I will only do it once a week or once every 2 weeks. I will get my kitchen really messy once during the capsule prep process, wash everything, put it all away, and then everything is in my fridge stored. So all my onions are peeled, my garlic is chopped, my herbs are chopped, my potatoes are peeled, my carrots are diced, beets are shredded. Everything is taken care of so that the moment that I'm putting together a meal, I'm not taking out my choppers, my mandolins, my knives, my slicers, having to rewash that. No, it's all done in bulk, one day, cleaned and put away, and the cleanup literally takes me 5 minutes. Now, my laundry is also on autopilot. Remember, it goes into my loop system in the morning. Every morning, I will toss in a load of laundry no matter what. Even if it's a couple of towels. If there's no laundry that day, I'm going to find some. I'll wash some bed sheets, some towels. Something's going to get washed every single day. And so what my laundry autopilot system is that when things get transferred into the dryer, from the dryer, they go into my laundry lackey system. And instead of the clothes going from the dryer to the couch to then needing to be folded, I skip that whole process and I go straight from the dryer into the laundry basket that is assigned to each person already folded, and then the entire carts get wheeled into the hallway, and then I distribute everything into everyone's drawers right away. Okay, now strategy number 5. Once you are feeling comfortable with your zone clean, you're kind of keeping up on that, your loop, you got maybe a little bit of a meal prep, ingredient prep, capsule kitchen going on, you're going to start feeling a whole lot better about your home. So this is when you're going to be looking for areas to systemize in your home further. I like to go and look around in my home, and whatever is a clutter pain point, whatever is driving me crazy, I will look at that and say, what can I do that this doesn't happen? Or what can I do that makes it a lot easier to maintain or to clean? I started by doing this with our shoe system. I systemized the way that we put our shoes away. Then I moved on and I systemized the way that my kids put their toothbrushes away. I moved on to another area and I saw that my kids were leaving piles of trash and laundry next to the laundry room. So I bought a 2-cabinet pull-out system that has a trash can on one side and has a laundry basket on the other side. So I will literally go and pick pain points in my home and look at them and say, what can I do to fix this so that I don't have to spend as much time cleaning this area? So if I can reduce the friction for my kids to put things away, to store things properly, that is what I like to call systemizing every area of your home. And the 6th, absolutely, probably the best piece of advice that I can give you today is to go ahead and schedule in those mess up days and expect them. Plan the messy days and have them be built into your schedule. Allow yourself days when you know that the laundry piled up. Allow yourself days when if the kids got sick or you're sick, that it's just gonna have to wait and that this day is just gonna have to be a messy day. Because if you make your home management system too complex, too rigid, you will not follow it for more than a couple of days. Trust me, I've been there. I have set up beautiful plans for myself, and because I didn't plan for failure, I failed and never tried again for many, many months. Set yourself up success by setting yourself up for failure, because once you succeed, you'll feel that boost of dopamine and that win the following day when, oh, you cleaned up that area, that system is functioning, that's going well for your family. And it's okay to have those days where things are messy and things kind of get out of hand. That's perfectly normal, but know that part of your routine is to get back on track. You do not need to become a different woman. You don't need to ask yourself, why is the mom on Instagram doing so good and I'm just not? Because chances are the mom on Instagram is probably struggling with the same exact things that you are. You're not missing the disciplined mom gene. You're not lazy. You need systems designed for the life that you actually live in your present moment. And once you start stacking those systems one after the other, don't be surprised when you become addicted to having a clean home and one that runs itself with incredible systems. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this brought encouragement to somebody. As someone who has been there before and is still trying to figure things out, I hope that these 6 systems will help you as much as they're currently helping me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.